My name is Ratish Kumar. I'm the biomedical engineer at Mission Outreach. So what you're seeing right now is we are standing in our Jack Lane warehouse, which is our primary receiving warehouse. Everything that is being picked up by our drivers and our warehouse associates, it comes here first for us to receive and do the initial vetting before we can move it to our processing warehouse, which is in Lavunda. And I'm standing in front of a recent donation that we got from St. John's Hospital in Springfield. They were so generous and they gave us 15 ICU ventilators. So like I said, everything comes here first. I come and see if this is a good viable donation for our partners overseas, and then I receive everything in our warehouse here before it gets moved to our processing warehouse for further testing. All right, so come along with me and we'll see the BioMed lab here at Jack Lane, and I will say what happens there, and you can follow along and we will go to the Lavona warehouse. So this is a nice temperature controlled lab that we got in our Jack Lane warehouse. Like I said, everything has to be received in our system, so it has been recorded for two reasons. So we have to report back to our donors on an annual basis, and we have to tell our donors what kind of impacts their donations has made, and also for shipment purposes we have to receive everything in the system so we can create orders, we can generate packing list for customs overseas. So that's why everything has to be recorded. So what do you see here in this room is a lot of equipment that are waiting to be received. So recently our guys went to Wisconsin. They brought a lot of stuff for me, a lot of patient monitors, an anesthesia machine that is used inside a surgical room, a fetal monitor. Everything has been weighed by the guys. So their job is to record the weight, and they have to give me a donor number so I know where it came from to record it in the system. So once I receive everything here, this is the receiving station. What you see behind me, the warehouse is full of stuff, so you don't see a lot of things behind me. So I receive everything here, and then the other reason why we have to need this much space is whenever we have volunteers who come to our warehouse to volunteer their time, we need a space to host them. So they also stay here to help me catch up with the backlog of equipment that I have. So they stay with me, they work with me for a few days, and they test everything here. So we need a big space to house all the equipment that we get from our wonderful donors. So next, once it has been received and stored here, I do have another space in our main warehouse, which is in Lavona. The guys will move everything to the Lavona warehouse for processing, and then it's staged there for orders to be pulled. So next we will take a short trip from Jack Lane to Lavona, and we will see you over there in Lavona. Welcome to Lavona. So we are finally back to our Lavona warehouse where all the equipment are brought over from Jack Lane that you just saw, and it comes here like I said, it is tested for functionality and reliability. So that's the two main things. So we need to make sure that our partners are getting a good quality biomedical equipment for their patient care. So we need to make sure that everything is working well, nothing is broken, and all that takes place right here at Lavona. So what I'm showing you here is a piece of equipment, which is a patient monitor by bedside. You can see this at any hospital here. You can go to ICU or a patient room. So like I said, this is I simulate an ECG. You're seeing an ECG that's getting simulated, so we know that it's working and functioning well. I also do electrical safety so that our partners, when they receive it, they're not getting any electrical shock, or they're not getting electrocuted. So we need to make sure it's electrically safe for them to use. So what you see here is all the pots that are being stored. All the equipment has to have all the pots, consumables, EKG papers, like for example, all the BP cuffs, SpO2 finger sensors. We give them everything that they need for patient use. So once it is tested here, I do tag them. You can see green tags. Green tags mean they are all good to go. If it is broken or if it has some further repair that needed, I do tag them with yellow. That means it is not good to go. It needs some more testing and some more parts. And then if it is not economically viable to repair, or if it is totally broken, which is unrepairable, we do tag them red, and we do contain them and then recycle them for good. So that's what happens here in the BioMed space at Laverna. So next we will walk towards the back wall at Laverna, and I will show you where it's processed. So whenever an order is going out, our warehouse team pulls everything from the back wall for order fulfillment and container staging and loading. All right, so what you see here is the back wall at Laverna. So this is the 100 aisle where all the biomedical equipment is stored after processing. After further testing that happens over there, it is brought back here. Everything is an assigned location. We have a designated spot for all the equipment. So after it's pulled, after it's processed, like I said, it has its own tag. So that means it is ready for orders. So whenever the warehouse guys are pulling an order, they will see in a piece of equipment on a location, they will pull it for staging. And if it has a green and yellow tag, that means it needs a battery. So 2 weeks before the order goes out, I do prepare all the equipment again. I do check it again and see it is working well. If it needs a battery, I put a new battery. Our policy is to give all our recipients a brand new battery just to extend the shelf life of the battery. And I do prepare all the equipment with that needs transformers. I do give them a color coding tag like you see here. This piece of equipment has a black dot. This piece of equipment will have a yellow dot. So that means each transformer has its own color dots. So we do prepare a transformer grid for our recipients so they can match the right transformer with the right equipment. So everything happens for every container shipment 2 weeks prior to loading. So really all this aisle that you see from here to all the way there is biomedical equipment that's waiting to be pulled. All right, thank you so much for following me along the biomedical tour at both Jacqueline and Laverna warehouse. So we are standing in front of a currently getting staged container. As you can see, we have few equipment that are going out next week. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I really want to thank all our donors, especially both material donors and financial donors. Yeah, thank you so much. If you have any questions on how to support the biomedical program, please feel free to contact me.